Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we are in VR Horizon Worlds on the Meta Quest 3 headset, and you gotta see this world that I'm in. John made it. Hey John, what's your tag? What's your full tag name?
Oh,
the Johnny Clay. Yeah, John Clay. The John McClay. Hey folks, it's right there. You can read it.
Close enough.
This experience allows you to control this ship, and John built this world. And what's great is you can control where the ship goes. You can speed the ship up, and you can fire on to the people that are around you, which makes this a neat little game. And I guess he was telling me he just opened this experience up. What was it, 2 weeks ago, you said?
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Yeah. I mean, this is great. Now, can the asteroids hurt you?
No, you can crash into them, but it doesn't hurt you.
All right.
These little NPCs will hurt you, though. And if you want to go through the Stargate, I can show you that.
Yeah, show me that. Let's see the whole experience here.
Yeah, follow me through here. You can actually go into these caves.
Check this out, guys. I would have never thought that Horizon Worlds would be able to do this. And
So,
this
yeah,
is
Stargate,
just amazing. What?
like right here.
Oh,
Here, let me show you. You can also get out of your ship, Tarkus.
All right, can you?
If you hit the thumbstick down, hold your little controller and hit the thumbstick down.
Left or right? Or both of them?
The right. It might also, it depends on your, you have to hold the controller.
Oh, you have to hold the controller.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Oh, well, geez. That is cool. And guys, what he's done here is he's paired the controller with your person, so the controller's here at all times. So even if you get out of your ship and run around, you still have access to the controller. The question is does the controller bring you right back in, or do you actually have to be...
It does. Yeah, you have to hit it twice. Let's go to the Stargate.
So what do I have to hit twice? Oh, okay, that's
thumbstick,
okay. Thumbstick. Okay, that's great. All right, so Stargate. Well, I got some guys shooting. Oh, yeah. I did a video, so we just go through the gate.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Yeah. So this is a whole area that's different, that's explorable. This little cavern in here.
Oh, there's another gate right there.
Yeah, that's the gate back, and this gate here takes you to this whole little area. It's a lot bigger than the area we came from.
Wow, this is a lot more assets than they let you use before. You know, because remember they used to have a cap on what you could put in the world?
Oh, yeah.
They obviously got rid of that, huh?
There's still a cap, even for me, but like it's like you can push things as far as Horizon can take them for the most part.
Nice. I'm enjoying this. So like I was saying, I did a video yesterday, and the sound, the actual game sound, wasn't in the video, and I was initiating my camera or my video recording in the wrong location. I needed to actually make start the recording within the Horizon app, not at the Meta headset level.
Yeah, I was having an issue with that. And here's a question for you, Tarkus.
Yeah.
Were you connected to your PC? Do you connect to your PC at all?
No, not with VR. I tend not to connect.
Okay. Because like the issue I was having is like my VR headset just auto connects sometimes to the PC. And if my PC is connected when I try to initiate a Quest video, it switches up my audio capability. Like I don't know if it's the PC side doing it, but I've noticed that if I turn off the Oculus app, I don't have that issue. Like the Oculus app running on my PC.
Yeah, my issue was I just was initiating it through the headset and then coming into the app. And I guess when you do it that way, it doesn't include the app sound. So my whole video was me talking to myself without any of I was in the Halloween world. And so none of the ambient sound. And when people were talking to me, it was one-sided because in the video, nobody could hear them actually. So today, when I'm recording this, I'm actually recording it through the Horizon app. And it should now include the sound and your voice. And
this is might have been my issue too. That's good. I'll make a note of that.
Yeah, because what you do is you just click your Oculus button on the right-hand side. It brings up, obviously, the screen that allows you to close the app. But on that screen, it gives you that option to start a recording. Now, I was also told if you hold that same Oculus button down for 3 seconds and pull the trigger, the same thing happens. It will start recording. So you don't have to go. A little red dot will appear. So there's 2 ways of doing it. Someone showed it to me today.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I mean, remember the old Star Fox game? I don't know if you ever played that.
Star Fox has come up a lot in conversation.
I was gonna say this would make it a phenomenal, Star Fox.
With the clouds. And so, look, Tarkus, you've noticed when we went to the Stargate, we are in a different part of space.
Yeah.
The skybox is different.
Now, when you sent to the portal, are we still within the same instance, or did you send
We're in the same world, yeah. This is like located outside the draw distance, so we're not rendering the other asteroids.
Nice.
And it's a different like mesh skybox that I'm able to like switch to. It's a per player skybox. So you can see
well, look at this. This is a city.
City area. It needs a little work, of course.
Oh,
but
man.
It's just a proof of concept. Yeah.
So guys, you can damage the other person's ship. Now, if I were to kill you in this map, would it send you back to the original location?
It would, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, this is just kind of a proof of concept to showcase potential that this game and the platform could have. That's why it's just kind of this city part is just kind of thrown together.
Nice. Well, I thrown together or not, this is, if, I'm going to, for my YouTube folks, they know how I score my shit. So if I were to score this from 1 to 10, and I scored Horizon 2 years ago at a 3 because of its graphics, I would score this now around an 8 or a 9. I mean, they got their shit together quick. I mean, for 2 years of development, this is better than VR chat at this point. I mean, what I see here now...
I've heard this game is a lot smoother than VR chat on the Quest for this type of game, for like the kind of locomotion that's happening and flying around. I've heard that a lot of VR chat Quest worlds frame rate is not that great. And so that's something that I've been very concerned with, is keeping the frame rate high, simply because it's VR.
Sure, yeah. I mean, this is smooth.
Game. Yeah, it needs to be as smooth as possible. So that was one of the main points of interest for me.
I mean, I could see
aesthetics and high frame rate are my two strong suits, right? So I know how to optimize. I know when things look good, and so that's basically.
Well, remember that train? Oh, obviously, you remember the train.
Yeah.
I mean, when's the last time you were in that train world?
Not that long ago, but it's not like the happening place. I don't really visit it that often. But I do plan on making a CMI train world. It's just it's on the list of things to do.
Yeah, because I mean, even with the graphics that they were 2 years ago, you made that train look amazing. But this is just crazy, silly nice. And the smoothness on how this... Because I play a lot of VR chat, and they've got stuff in VR chat that are similar to what we're doing here, but not as smooth. I've not seen this kind of smoothness ever in VR chat. They got worlds where you can get helicopters. They got worlds where you can get into planes. But they even got worlds where you can get into jet skis and boats. And it's not this smooth. This is crazy. This is like a $9 app experience that you buy on the Meta store. I mean, that's what I see here. I mean, people would pay. I would think that more people. And it's free. You built it. It's here in Horizon Worlds, and it's free as part of the app. I mean, I just didn't know these type of worlds existed. I mean, I've only been back a couple days now. And I have seen some great worlds. I've seen some phenomenal worlds, but nothing like this. This is crazy nice.
It's an asteroid. That's it. Let's go back to the Stargate, and it'll take you back full circle to the beginning.
All right.
And I plan on doing a lot more with this world.
Can I go through a wall?
These things take time. Did you go through the Stargate?
Yeah, I'm following your voice. It looks like I got to go around this building.
Well, no, now you can't follow my voice because.
Oh, you already went through, right?
Yeah, I've already gone through.
Yeah, I'm going through it now. I'm in the asteroid area.
Oh, yeah, there you are. Yeah, so we're back.
Oh, I got a good memory when it comes to stuff like that. I was like, oh, all right, I know where I need to go.
And just here, let's go up to this little, like, what is this? Get There's one last thing I want to show you for the tour.
All right. I brought up this window. How did I get this window up? Okay, no. I got this little...
you hit the B button. Yeah, it's a placeholder. I haven't implemented anything with that yet.
Oh, it's got my name on it. It's got my name and your name on it, the screen. How to make it go away? B button?
Yeah, you have to hold the controller to do it, I think.
Oh, we got to... Oh, stupid Tarkus. Hold the damn controller. You've only told me that 3 times now.
Yeah, come outside and I'll show you how to spritz around like this.
Well, let me grab the controller.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm outside.
Yeah, so like if you hit the B button now, you'll do a little like spritz of like exhaust. The other B button on the right hand.
Am I doing it on the right hand? Oh, there it is, right there.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh.
So you can basically fly anywhere like this.
This is cool too, and this is just like a little bit of like pressure to let you fly around in the vacuum. This is neat. I love that.
I love that of the scale of this world.
Black hole.
It's huge. It's a huge world. You don't really get a sense of the scale because you're zipping around in your starship.
You know, I think just to give you some thoughts here is having like you've seen those other worlds, they got a database with the highest score and this and that.
Yeah.
That would be nice, so that people can, a lot of PvPers that like to play PvP games, they like to be scored, or they like to have a board where they can, say they're the best.
No, there'll be definitely an arcade component to the combats.
Nice.
I've allowed player versus player, but it's not something I'm super like, I don't want that to be the focus of the world.
Well, you can make it a PvE world without any problems with the fact that you can hurt your comrades. But even if like that ship right there, I mean, if I got on this app today and killed 100 of them, maybe there's a leaderboard of how many of those I killed, and Tarkus has killed, 100 of these things, or he's ranked.
The of those are they start off about this level, but once you kill it, like a new one comes back to replace it with a different name. It gets harder and harder and harder, kind of like a coin-based arcade game.
Okay, yep.
First level is super easy. It's a gimme. It's to teach you how things work, and they just get progressively harder. Yep. Several boss battles will happen after you kill a certain number, and so that's a thought for PvE.
Yeah,
the sky's the limit on the types of stuff you can do.
Yeah, because you got the ship stuff.
Quests. Yeah. The scripting of the ship was like my main focus to get that to feel right. But there's so much potential in a world like this. It just takes time to implement all that.
Yeah. Maybe also have little repair tokens that people can rush to. If they're taking damage.
Ship customizations.
Customization would be nice.
There's going to be like assistant droids that follow you around. Like there's so much you can do. I want to have a bi-weekly cadence of updates.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, if you had, if you had like the ship customization, or I don't know if you had the thoughts of putting, you put better plating on so you don't take you more damage soak. So if you customized it with, because I was playing this game earlier, it was a firefighter game. It's on this app, and you put these little fires out. And you get scored on the fires, but there's a leaderboard. There's this is how many targets. This is, and every time I play the game, I got experience, and then it would give me, so when I play that game now, it tells me I'm like 22 level, and then each level you get a little perk that the game gives you, and you hold on to that level. So when you return to the game, you're still that level with all the perks that you earn.
Oh yeah.
Like a rank, like a general or a captain rank kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you kill 3,000 of those things, and you get the next rank, and that rank gives you negative 10% damage soak or something like that. It just means that you're more effective at dodging things, and but it's built in, it's baked into your ship.
Ship designs based on like levels. So
or 2-seaters. You got one person steering. and you got a guy behind you gunning, and you have to be a certain rank.
That's a little bit difficult in Horizon at the moment to get that sync across servers of 2 people.
Yeah.
But I did think about having like options for people who don't want to fly but just want to casually shoot things. Having turrets that you can sit up there and then.
Oh yeah. So so basically, when they get into the game, they got one of this, or they got another one next to it, and one's for the turret and one's for the ship, or.
Well, I was just thinking like on the stationary turrets.
Just up there, so they just run up there like stairway.
If I could do like a multiplayer ship movement where people are moving together, that would be ideal. And then you could have like someone piloting, kind of like a Halo, where someone piloting a
or
ship.
Even Star Wars, the Millennium Falcon. The guys piloting it around. You got some guys in the back shooting TIE fighters.
There's a way to do that now, but not with player movement. I mean, you could do it. It'd be janky, I think, but it would be worth implementing.
So,
once it's
can I call my ship from this location, or do I have to go find it?
Right now, you can. So, like, let me show you. If you hit the same button, the ship comes to you.
Okay.
And if you hit it again, you go into it. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it comes. Oh, that was you basically answered that.
Yeah, but I might change that.
I keep on hitting that button and I go away.
Yeah, the whole like button scheme setup right now is not intuitive for a lot of people, especially new people and young people. So like, I might do away with the thumbstick press in exchange for like a double button hit. And I also might do away with calling the ship to you. It just depends on what's the easiest, most intuitive thing to do for people. Because that seems to be the real barrier, is I don't know how to do things. And I'm, like, the explanation I'm giving is not thorough enough.
Sure. Well, I noticed my hit points are down by my feet.
Yeah.
So you should incorporate something that allows people to regain that over time, or go into a repair facility. You know what I mean? And there should be definitely a penalty, like a respawn penalty. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. All that stuff is stuff I've thought about. Right now, this is just
proof of concept. Yeah, but this is a good concept. I mean, this reminds me of Star Fox. It really does. I mean, if you had rings here that you had to do a race through, then you would have Star Fox.
The race world is a separate world. Like, so same ship mechanic, but imagine like I'm thinking more F-Zero with ships, and I could probably get like 20 people per race in there. Like,
are the worlds still kind of dependent on how many people you can get in them? 'Cause I know back in the day you only could build so much, and then you had to sacrifice placement.
Yeah. So like there have been some there's been some upgrades. I think that you still, if you want a high frame rate, need to consider the number of people in your world. If you don't care about frame rate, then you can just put it up to 30, and then it'll run at 40 frames a second.
So 30 is still the cap, though, right?
32. Now, there's been instances where there's more than 32 people, but that's like an event where like hosts and
I remember that. Remember when they used to do the meetings, the meet and greet with all the creators?
Yeah,
and they would
Horizon Academy.
Yeah, exactly. The Academy, they got like 40 people in there, but they're the guys that can do that.
Yeah, those are the days.
I love the solar panels you put on this building.
Let's see, where are they? They're over here.
I'm gonna thread the needle here.
I know, it's fun just flying around. And right now the world is set to global. I might change that in the future.
For voice?
Yeah, I might change it to like just extended, which, given the extent of the world, you won't be able to hear someone unless you're pretty close to them.
Yeah.
But I kind of left it that way. One, so I could get feedback just flying around here. I could hear people, what they were talking about, what kind of problems they were having. Also, I could educate them on how to play. But also, so they, people could educate each other pretty easily as well. But I do think that ultimately I'm going to want to be able to communicate all the controls myself, and they need to be simple and intuitive, so that won't be necessary. And then I think that having it set to extended, not global, would be ideal for because there's like 11 people in here, and half of them are kids. It's not going to be a pleasant experience.
No, it's not going to be a pleasant experience.
Yeah. So like, thankfully, no one cares about my world right now. So it's just us in here flying around.
I like it. I mean, I think if you would have the next thing, if you had a priority, is put these rocks on collision. You know what I mean?
We can't destroy the rocks for a very specific reason.
Well, I mean, when I run into them, I should take damage. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Take damage. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
So basically, you know, if you're threatening, right now there's no consequence of me running into this rock, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to make it somewhat realistic, because those of you guys are going to be like trying to, you and I start dogfighting, right? And I'm just driving through rocks to get rid of you. You know, that doesn't make sense, because then I just use the rocks as camouflage. You know what I mean?
That's a great suggestion, and I think you're the first person to suggest that.
It's because I would but if you put a damage in it, that means I got to thread it. Like if I want to rub you off, if you're dogfighting me and I want to get rid of you, then I thread the needle near one of these things, using it basically as a big barrier to stop you from hosing me. You know what I mean? Yeah. But right now, there's no consequence to it, so it's they'll just
run. You could thread that needle, and then you try and follow me, and then say you're not as good of a pilot.
Exactly, you're taking damage from just trying to take me out. You know what I mean?
No, that's what idea.
Yeah, I mean, because this way, I mean, I know you said you didn't want to make a PvP game, but there's always those people that want
that kind of maneuverability and thought in play. And I also, you know, it's one of the reasons I've also thought about having a boost on top of this boost, just so you can put like this boost is basically unlimited, but then having a limited power source like boost that is a limited resource.
Yeah, because even if let's say you integrated a shield kind of mechanism where you got shield hit points. Let's say you incorporate that boost. Every time you use that boost, your shields won't regenerate for 10 seconds because you use the energy to boost. You know what I mean? So you sacrifice your shield regen
off to boost, and one hit can kill you. That type of thing.
What's that?
Like in order to boost, you have to turn your shields off.
Say you boost, it automatically shuts your shield down for like 5 seconds, and that's the sacrifice. Is
or 1 second,
or whatever whatever the balance is. You know what I mean? You're utilizing the power to get away, but you're sacrificing the power to your shields to do it. I mean, you either can take the shields down or just make it so that for 5-6 seconds they won't recharge. So if you start taking damage, they wouldn't recharge because you just boosted. You know what I mean? So it's like a mitigating thing. You've used all your power to get out of there, sacrificing your shield generator. Let's put it that way. You got a shield generator. Yeah. But you were talking about, you want to do parts and you want to do loadouts. I mean, that is part of that where, people could probably buy bigger shield generators or bigger hull plated.
Yeah,
but everything
just tweaks, you'll move a little bit faster, but you won't be able to boost ever.
Exactly. You decide, okay, you wanna like a faster rig, but it doesn't come with a boost. If you want that,
gave me another idea too that I was concerned with. That this is kind of a fix for it. So here's the problem. The problem with a PvE where you can buy new parts or earn new parts to enhance your ship, the problem there is that some people have an advantage over others, and I don't like that idea. But if, for example, the thing you could unlock, say with level, as you level up, you unlock the ability to tweak certain systems. Everyone has the same, overall ability, but people with higher level can actually tune their systems and to their own personal preferences. So, for example, the trade-off between taking away your boost, but now you can go faster maximum speed, right?
Yeah.
And it's all balanced. But the difference is, by being a higher level or earning some sort of point, you have the ability to make that decision to like change it in a different way, even though overall it's a balanced system. It's like unlocking a new character, like in a fighting game.
Sure.
The new character you unlock should not give you an advantage. It should be a different moveset, maybe even a moveset that you're better at. But the overall balance of the characters should all be equal. Like, Dhalsim should not have some sort of fundamental advantage over Zangief, right? They should all be balanced. And it should just be a player preference.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it. Yeah, I mean, you definitely do it that way. You know, a lot of your, for example, let me put it this way. You know the game Hearthstone, right? Or I'm sorry, not Hearthstone. It's the other one from Blizzard Entertainment with the... Oh, what the hell is they're called? Okay, how about the game Guardians? It was a basically what it is you get into a class of ship, and in those games you get into a class of character, and that character has certain abilities, but all the characters are all balanced. You know what I mean? They're all equally balanced. They've done it throughout the game. It's just your preference of which character you want to play, which has certain abilities. And I can see, you know, as you rank up in this game, you having access to other chassis that have different skills, but across the board, all the chassis are balanced. You know what I mean? I think that's what you're saying. I wish I could remember that stupid game. It's a Blizzard Entertainment game. It's a first-person shooter game. But Guardians is a good example of it, because it's like it's a 5-on-5 fight, but everything's balanced, and it's skill based. You basically need to know what you're doing, because it's all skill based.
Mm-hmm.
But each character is different in its own unique way.
Yeah, I like that idea for PvP. I detest play to win games. And if it's a PvP game, the only advantage someone who's been playing longer versus someone who has not been playing longer should be experience.
Yeah, exactly. It's skill based.
It shouldn't be I've been playing longer, so I have the golden armor and I can kill you in one hit.
Yeah, I mean those are what they call progression games. You know, and the thing about it is you do want it somewhat. But I mean, if you're going to make a PvE experience, progression is not a killer, because you can just progressively make the bosses harder, like you said.
Yeah.
So basically, you're forced to buy into the new chassis. You're forced to buy a shield generator. You're forced to decide amongst multiple equipment options for guns, because the bosses just get exponentially harder on you. And if you don't have that, that ability to increase, then you basically will not win. You know what I mean?
But I think some of the good might come from narrative. So like, I could say any PvP action that a player takes on another player is a simulated combat. So like, you'll never be more powerful than other players, but as you level up your ship, you're functionally more powerful than the enemy. And so since that's a real fight, you use your full capability.
Yeah.
But every PvP experience is technically a simulation. Like, you're all on the same team. You're just dogfighting for practice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And there's a leaderboard and all that type of stuff, and that legitimizes the leaderboard. What would make the leaderboard pointless was if people could just buy the best ship or earn the best ship and then just dominate. That's not a real leaderboard for me. You're not the best just because you bought the best equipment. But all of this is all about balance. How do I have everything?
Exactly. I was working with a development team for Riven World, and that was a MMO type of game on the computer. And we spent weeks and months balancing the game, because everything needed to be balanced. And it required a lot of testing. It required a lot of thought. It required a lot of balance. And eventually got to the point where it was pretty good. It was pretty balanced, But it was a medieval game where, you had to balance the weapons. You had to balance the armor. You had to balance, the siege equipment. It all had to be balanced.
The more stuff you add, the more difficult it gets.
It's to balance it. Yeah, exactly. I understand that. All right, well, I'm going to close the video out at least, guys, because this video is probably going into close to an hour now. So I'm going to still stay in this world and talk to John for a little while, but I'm going to be shutting the voice down. So and I'll be sharing this video on YouTube. So thank you for joining me, and this has been the Tarkus Zone.